What's up everybody, this is Ven bringing you another MOC Spotlight where we take apart what you build. For today's episode, we'll be taking a look at Chinese House, created and posted to our message boards by Samtastictogo. Now before we get started, there are three fundamental qualities I'll be focusing on throughout the review: the overall appearance of the MOC, the build of the MOC itself, and whatever concepts and ideas that may have been put into the MOC's creation. I'll be forming a personal opinion on this MOC based on each quality, determining where the MOC excels and where it could use improvement. So let's get this started. So here we have my personal winner of the BIONICLE House challenge, and for those of you who may not be familiar with what that challenge was, 2 spotlights ago I proposed a bit of a challenge to all of our builders watching the MOC Spotlight, in which the premise is that you build a house or any sort of piece of architecture primarily out of Bionicle or Technic elements. And there were no other limits aside from that. You really could do whatever you want, so long as it's recognizable as some piece of architecture. And here we have a model designed in LEGO Digital Designer, and I figured it looked the most interesting and convincing. It doesn't even look like it's constructed out of Technic parts, but here we have these red beams just stacked up on top of each other, forming the walls. And then we have these CCBS bones and shell pieces all creating a bit of a texture on the outer part of the walls and the corners of the roof. Now I will say the top of the roof doesn't look very practical. If it started raining, you know, what's the point if you got all these gaps and everything, you know? But nah, aside from that, it's a good looking MOC. It seems very small in scale and simple, but for what it is and for being created in under a 2-week time crunch, it fulfills its purpose and it looks neat. However, I will say it does get me thinking how much more you could do with this, using this build as the foundation for an even bigger or much more in-depth build. Perhaps even including some sort of interior. I could see that being pulled off with a couple of more Technic beams, perhaps using some CCBS elements or Bionicle elements as furniture. You know, like there's just so much more potential. And that's mainly why I proposed the challenge in the first place. I was honestly really curious to see what sort of possibilities there would be trying to build some piece of architecture with parts that were mainly designed for robotic or mechanical creations. And while this MOC may not have too much to offer, it definitely is an eye-opener, and it shows me exactly what I wanted it to show me. And one other thing that fascinates me about this MOC is the name Chinese House. Like, that's just all it is. It's a Chinese house. It was built or born in China, made in China. Like almost everything you buy at the convenience store, it's just, that's all you need to know. Jokes aside, I do appreciate the inspiration taken from actual Chinese architecture. Even without knowing the name, I could tell that that's what he was going for. Now, unfortunately, since the MOC is so small in scale, and by that I mean just the scope of the concept, not literally small in scale, because I bet if you actually held the thing it'd be pretty huge, but I don't think there's really much else I can say about it. So good on you, Samtastictogo. Thank you so much for entering this little contest and entertaining the challenge as you did. And same goes for the very few others that actually did enter the challenge. The effort was definitely appreciated, and what I would also appreciate is a little bit of feedback from you guys in the comments or on the message boards. What other ideas should I propose in MOC Spotlight challenges? What kind of MOCs should I influence the viewers to attempt to build? Is the BIONICLE House challenge something you'd like to see again? Leave your answers in the comment section below or on the message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. And of course, to all my other fellow builders out there, feel free to share your own creations to the message boards, and that way you can possibly earn yourself your own MOC Spotlight sometime in the future. The only criteria I'm looking for is that your MOC has to be interesting and or creative. It shouldn't be too much to ask. So I hope to see you then. If not, I thank you all for watching. Congratulations again, Samtastictogo. Hope to see more out of you, and I'll see you all next time.